anything else. You wouldn't know no information about the aisle other than it said free. Would you go in that aisle? Right? Who would not go in that aisle? Right? Not a single human. It's ridiculous not to. Right? So Unity did this great thing for us is they gave us this free software. They then gave us the education behind it. So they have a whole team of global educators that kind of have this curriculum. Much of this curriculum I teach at NYC VR University. I'm part of this community. I'm part of the people that teach this stuff. On top of giving you the software, giving you the education behind the software, they've given you the actual things to make games. And so if you go to this Unity asset store, it's assetstore.unity3d.com. You go to Unity Essentials. This asset store, anybody that has any asset could put their asset up here. Unity was like, we also have assets. We're going to put them up here. And we're going to put them up here for free. And not only are they free, like it's always you get what you pay for, right? With this, you get way more than you pay for. Like what you're paying for here is nothing, and what you're getting is astounding. Here is just their standard assets. This is the most basic package that you get. It used to come pre-built in Unity, and now you have to download it manually to save space, essentially. It comes with a third-person controller. You load up this scene, you hit the you move around, you hit the buttons, you're moving around. The whole game works right away. It looks kind of strange because there's no colors, but that's for you. You can color it anything you want and build it. You can then launch an app using this free stuff. There's a car, fully working car, with sounds, brakes, brake lights, skid sounds, acceleration, gear changing, all this built in for free. Something shiny.
Something shiny.
There's an airplane. There's actually two airplanes. There's like a jet fighter and there's a propeller airplane. With all the animations, all the propellers, they move, all of this stuff works, and they encourage you to use this to make games for free. If you take this and you make a game and you sell it for $100, nobody's gonna hate you. They'll just love you and give you their hundreds of dollars, because it is. The fundamentals of game making are incredibly simple. There's maybe 10 of them. Once you cover those 10 fundamentals, the only difference is what the voice of the character is going to sound like. What is that character going to look like? What is that reaction going to be? And just like physics, there's only one way to drop something. What's going to happen when I drop this? It's going to fall down. It's very predictable. There's very little that needs to be recreated. We always want something to fall down for the most part, right? Like, so Unity comes with physics. If you drag and drop these two things, it's called a rigid body and a collider. You drag and drop these things. You can drag and drop them. I would do this here, but this software doesn't have Unity. Maybe it does. It does not. Oh, awesome. If it does, that's even better. Oh, it does. Look at this magic. Oh, that's beautiful.
We have everything, Lex. Didn't you figure that one out? We are the most awesome computer science department in the planet.
I know, but I always go lowest common denominator. But yeah, literally just like that. You can add physics. I'll add physics right now within 30 seconds. And you couldn't say that 10 years ago. You couldn't say that 5 years ago. You could say that 3 years ago. Maybe 3 years ago, but not 5. This is creating a new project. This is just starting out, right? Create a new project, that's it. And it takes a little bit to boot up, and we're gonna make 3D spaces. Now what VR is 3D spaces. All of architecture applies to 3D spaces. All of art, everything we've known, everything we've learned in every discipline, including music, including the arts, including even accounting. Every single thing is part of VR. And there's a new version, I do not care. Watch me make some physics, right? So I'm gonna right click, or actually better yet, I'm gonna hit create right here. And in Unity, there's 1,000 different ways to do this. So I'm gonna just show you one way. I'm gonna create a 3D object, which is what I want, a 3D object. I'm gonna make, let's say, a cube, right? There it is. There's a cube, pretty good. I'm gonna then take, and these are the gizmos. So this is what resizes the cube. I'm gonna go ahead and resize this cube. I'm going to resize it and kind of flatten it out, make a floor out of it, right? And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do create, 3D object, cube. Rotate this a little bit just so you can see that it's real physics, that I'm not faking you here. Here, I'm going to go add component. I'm going to go, oh, this already has it. So this already has everything I need. Bam. Here, I'm going to go add component. Oops, that's the light. So I go, I don't even type the whole word. I type R-I-G-R-I. I type 2 letters with 2 fingers, and I have physics. 2-finger physics. Right? Look, that's it. Watch. You see the shadow? Also the shadow. That's physics too. Light is part of physics. And here. I mean, 30 seconds. 30-second physics. To recreate this mathematically would take me just a half hour to write it all on the board. And the light, the shadow, the reflection and the bounce of every single ray of light that bounces and reflects all here. I can make this stuff metallic by adding shaders and changing everything. And this is the basics. With this, you have all of the tools to create 3D worlds. And 3D worlds in today's age are this. These are 3D worlds. This is how you enjoy 3D. You enjoy it in room scale VR. And this is the vibe. This is the most advanced VR headset known to man. We have one at the Makerspace. So if you guys are interested in trying this out, come by the Makerspace to try this. We'd actually have painting lessons and game sessions with the Vive. It's actually only one person at a time, so it's a little difficult to get like 50 people. So we're gonna book slots for you to use this, because this is, to be able to do this, to come and see this, experience this. This is what Elon Musk does in his spare time. This is what people that are billionaires, that are Donald Trumps of the world, do in their spare time. It's mind blowing. It is the future. It is walking in and me telling you that I have a hoverboard outside and I have a time machine, and you're like, what are you talking about? Then you step out and it's really there. And that's absolutely the case. So what are the next steps, right? There's Unity. Downloading Unity is super easy. If you go to unity3d.com, where is it? It's somewhere in here. /learn, you can get these tutorials. They have, oh, that's awesome. These tutorials, I am a self-taught Unity developer. I can't say that I am like self-taught. It's kind of like if somebody gave you a Ferrari and somebody gave you a racing class, and then you say, yeah, I'm a self-taught driver. But no, somebody's gifted me all these things. Somebody's gifted me the tools and the lessons. Unity has done that for me. Unity has gifted me the Ferrari, which is Unity. It's a software package that is $1,000 a year to use. They give it to you for free. So they give me that for free. They give me this Learn Unity. So if you click Learn right here, these tutorials, ridiculous entertaining. This right here, this specific one, survival shooter, in 3 hours of watching these guys in a very entertaining way go through this, you will become intermediate in Unity. You will become not just a beginner, not just like, oh, I think I know. You will feel very confident, and you can make, literally, your imagination come true. So if you want, let's go back in here, right? So let's say that in here I want to, and I'm going to import package, import these vehicles. These all come with Unity. So right here, I'm going the same way I showed you the assets. These are the basic assets that come with it. It's just the vehicles. So I'm going to take the vehicles, import that. Your imagination, our whole civilization, our whole society, everything that we've ever known has been taking a 3D object, taking a 3D world, compressing it down to 2 dimensions, because we had no choice. We had no technology otherwise. And then decompressing it back to a 3D world. Take a look at an architect. An architect has an idea for a building. Then has to flatten it down to a 2-dimensional blueprint. And then later on, builders can extract that back into its intended original 3D form. And everything else, everything, a painting. A painting is what? It's taking a 3D scene, having to compress it down to a 2D canvas, using depth and shadow and all these different techniques. And then your mind decompresses it back to a 3D image. Not all art, of course, there's different art. Some art is 2D, I guess. There's, you know, abstract art, whatever. The idea is no longer do we have to do, this is the time that it's going to change our entire human history, because no longer do we have to compress our imagination into a 2D, even code. Even back in the day when you have to write code to express what you have in your imagination, no longer. Now you go from 3D to 3D and stay in 3D. And next you go into VR. So I'll show you what's next in Unity. Next in Unity, right now Unity is this, what I showed you here. This is what Unity looks like. This is what Unity looks like. In the future, this is what Unity is going to look like.
Something we call Unity Labs. And it's really about how will people create stories in the future. The standard production development pipeline in Unity is very dense, it's a lot of work. We wanted to give ourselves the space to try to see where Unity would go 3, 5, 10 years down the road. So in terms of the future of VR, AR, storytelling, game authoring, AI, the metaverse, and how you would build games in 5 years.
What does that mean is at Labs what we do is experiment. So we're like the dreamers. We get to experiment with new ideas and implement them for the midterm and long-term future at Unity. And so, of course, virtual reality is one of those technologies that we're heavily investing.
And we get to figure out how to make tools for people who want to make VR content.
We're doing what developers would want us to do, to go ahead of the curve, you know, do experiments and to fail and to figure out what will work out in the future. Actually, it's not the future, it's like,
It's right now.
it's right now. When it comes to them, it will have been digested and like what survived all those experiments that we tried out.
Well, I am a programmer, and so I have this fascination with creative minds, with creative people. So for me, it's a treat to come to the office every day and talk to my designers and user interaction and get their ideas and their dreams and then bring them together.
At least every week, someone will send us something that they've made in VR using Unity. And I tell you, it's always Christmas. Like, we're like, oh, we got a new build of this, we got a new build of this game. You have to try it, and it's so much fun seeing everyone else try it and see how people are coming up with clever solutions to these problems in VR.
We've got the guys in Paris, which I haven't met yet, but you know, Sebastian Lagarde, the guy behind one of the greatest graphics engines to date. Sure enough, 1 week later from when he joined, he already had cool stuff to show the rest of the company. So that's the power of Labs, is that we are attracting some of the greatest talent in the industry.
In the end, we want to bring this into the hands of many more people.
If the big experiment of Unity Labs works, then it will mean that anyone can make a game regardless of their skill level.
VR and AR is like magic.
Tout à fait. Moi, mon rôle d'ailleurs.
Many more people.
At any
All right. What you're seeing here is making VR in VR. There's a lot more better demos. They're better live. It's hard to show this on a screen. No longer do you have to sit in front of a keyboard on a flat screen and type away your code, move your mouse, and these motions that our descendants, our children and grandchildren will find humorous. The same way that people used to get up and change the channel on the TV. You know, this would be something hilarious that you would do just for fun. Like, oh, look what Dad used to do. You know, this is not the future. The future is this. You pick up with your hands 3D objects and you move them. And this technology already exists.
One can make a game regardless of your skill level.
Already has
VR and AR is like magic.
Tout à fait. Moi, mon rôle d'ailleurs ici, c'est de transformer la magie en technologie.
But yeah, this is that. I've seen this on stage. I've tried this. Literally making Unity. There's a Unity editor inside of VR. So you are standing there in VR and making worlds, making games that other people can explore. It's all the same. with Tilt Brush. When you make a painting, you save it, somebody else comes in later and gets to experience it, gets to add onto it. And that's what it's going to be. Classrooms aren't going to be chairs. You're not going to need this. You're not going to need tables and chairs. And you probably will because you need to eat pizza and stuff. But in terms of creation in the future, your imagination is going to be unlimited and your body will be untethered. You will no longer have to adopt your position. Like if you want to move something in the real world, this is what you do, right? If I want to move something in VR, this is what I do. Not intuitive, right? It's not like tell a kid I'm going to move the paper towel. No, what are you talking about? Just move the paper towel. But in Unity right now, in everything, you need to move like this, right? By now, the vehicles have loaded. Beautiful. So this is the scene. This is what Unity looks like. It's very flexible. You can change this to meet your needs in any specific way. I like this layout. So if I go to Windows Layouts, 2x3, I get this layout that I'm just more comfortable with because I use this a lot, and I have preferences. Just like everybody has preferences. Like you get in your car, you adjust your seat or whatever. This is my seat adjustment. This is what I like. Here I have the hierarchy. This is what's in my scene. These are the assets. These are the things that I'm going to use in my scene later. We'll go right into standard assets. We're going to go into vehicles, go into car, and then I'm going to go into prefabs right now. Prefabs is a way that Unity made everything drag and drop. They made it so simple that they don't even use the word prefabrications because that's just so complicated. It's just prefabs. So I'll take this car, this mouse. This mouse does not click. Does anybody have a mouse that clicks? No. Here you go. Oh, there's the car. See that? Did I code anything? Do you see me touch the keyboard? That's drag and drop. That is if you can post a picture on Facebook.
What happens when the block hits the car?
Oh, we'll see. We shall see. And most importantly, I want to make this the road that it's on a bit bigger. So I'm going to just keep it small there. Cool. All right, so there's the block, there's the car. Let's see what happens. You see the smoke behind it? Just like you would expect, right? How much code did I put into this? How much time did I put into this? All right? Am I sitting here sweating? Did you guys feel like you've been here for hours? No, we mostly ate crackers and cheese. This is not hard to do. And this is not a super sophisticated computer. This is not any kind of megalith of computing. Sir?
But that's a lot of math, right? So
incredible amount of math.
Right. So I guess I'm answering my own question. Is it useful that students, both young and old, understand that part of it? I know what you're doing. I can see my kids on the ability to do this up.
Oh yeah.
But when you get into the math part, like if I really want to get granular with that information, I can.
Sure. Oh, of course. You can look at.
Would you say is there something that?
I see where you're going. I know exactly. I'll answer your question without you even asking. It's very simple. Yes, you can. If you are a mathematician, this is your playground, right? But there's also people that aren't mathematicians, right? So let's say you don't even have an interest in math. Maybe
yeah, but all his students do.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, there's the idea of if you love math, you will love this. But also, if you hate math, you will love this.
But that's why I want to grab the kids that don't.
Yes, but that's the beauty of it. You saw no math. Did I do any equations? Does any?
Could you look at the big movement with CS? It's like a lot of folks are really getting into the field, into the area, because it tends to be a turnoff to some kids.
Sure.
But this doesn't seem like it would be a turnoff. And then if you wanted to introduce more, math into it.
Absolutely, this is zero code. Zero code. People are very afraid of code. You just tell them, "Oh, this is going to be code heavy." Whoa, code what? I don't know. Zero code. And the beauty of this is it's very cross disciplinary. So you have, but this is all the physics. I didn't have to do anything for this. And all the smoke is here. All of this.
You're moving it with the keyboard.
With the keyboard, just like any other video game. If I plug a controller, a gamepad in here, I can move with the gamepad.
Can you code if you want to?
You can absolutely code if you want to. Everything has code attached to it. So this car, for example, has this car controller. I can either change the settings here. I can change it from four-wheel drive to front wheel, rear wheel. I could change the center of mass, the torque, brakes, all this interesting stuff. I could change the sounds. And if I go and double-click any of this, I can go right into the code and change stuff more. But the idea of this is not. We're used to a software that's unfinished. The reason that you have to go in and touch the code. So the people that are paid to touch the code didn't touch the code enough. They left pieces open. They were like, this is not finished. If it was finished, you'd hit a button. There'd be a button for you. But there's not a button, so you have to go in and use the code. Unity has been doing this long enough and well enough where there's a button for everything. There's actually literally a button for VR. If you want to make this a VR experience, there's one checkbox. You check that one box, and it's VR. That's it. And it's not because I made this, or it's because Unity made this. You know, like it's not like and plus also, I guess everybody's on the same page. Unity, right? Like I don't have to convince people that Unity is the greatest thing on earth. But if I did, I can because it's a numbers game, right? So you think of, and I said this in the other class. Like it's very hard to, it's very easy to see. Right? If you walked outside and there's two pizza spots, and they're both called Tony's, one is on the left and one is on the right. They both make pizza. One has a line that's like 10 people long, and one has a line that's 1,000 people long. You're gonna get delivery, so it doesn't matter. You're not really gonna wait online. Which pizza are you gonna get? Right? The one with 10,000 people on it. Why? Because Amazon, you look at any other part of our culture, we read the reviews of others. And we don't have to go on our own experience. We look at what are people using, what are people doing, and also the community. Like when a lot of people are doing something, you feel like you're part of a club. You feel like you're part of something instead of just doing it by yourself. Unity, very easily, you can see the Unity meetups and see how many people are in the meetups. The meetups, compared to any other software, are astounding. I run a Unity meetup. If you go to nycvru.com, it will take you to this page. It's NYC VR University. I teach Unity for free, at least once a month. This month, I'm teaching 11 sessions. The first of which is going to be this weekend. It's called the Google Project Tango Hackathon. So if I showed up here and I said, I'm from Google, I have a prototype in this pouch right here, right? I'm from Google. Google, you know the company Google. You know what the word prototype means, right? Prototype. If I said I had a prototype and I'm from Google, I have it in this pouch, would you be interested to see what's inside the pouch? Right? Maybe not be interested to see what's inside the pouch. No, right? Good. And this is the idea. This small package, right? You thought it would be something. This is the most powerful tablet known to man. And it's not even close. The most expensive, most advanced iPad, let's actually check that, has 256 SSD onboard space. This has 512. It's already twice as spacious as the most expensive iPad. Just double check. It might be even less. See that? 256. Yep, that's the highest. Twice the space of the most expensive iPad. It has an onboard graphics card, so this can play essentially PC games on a tablet. This can play Borderlands, not mobile, the real Borderlands. The kids' class got a big reaction to that one. People don't know what Borderlands is. That's fine. That's fine. On top of that, on top of the very power that is in this, it has what's essentially an Xbox Connect on the back of it. It has a sensor array built in to the back of this that not only sees what's behind it, it maps in 3D space what's behind it. Right, so I made this app in less than 10 minutes. It was originally called Tango Tango because it had It's kind of like, I was going to think of like Tango, Foxtrot, kind of like a war thing, and Tango. So I was like, oh, Tango. Tango didn't like that. So they said, no, you can't call it Tango because we didn't make it. I don't want to associate with you. My son had renamed it Boom, and it's much more fitting. And what this app does is you point it to any wall, and you touch the wall, and it will make holes in the wall. It will make holes in the ceiling. And the angles, the scale, everything is correct because it knows literally what this room looks like. From a tablet, from inside here, not inside the computer, not inside some giant processing plant, but this is inside a tablet that fits into my pocket. It does. I tried it like an hour ago. It actually did. I was like, pretty cool. It's called the Google Project Tango.
They're not for sale.
They are for sale as a development kit.
Right, yeah.
And watch this. This is it. This tablet that's in my hand, mapping out this entire room. Right? So you see this in 3D. You could then export this. It maps out the entire room and everybody in it. And if you decide to move, it's just like Back to the Future, where it will then take you and fade you out because it knows you're no longer there. So it's literally mapping up this whole room. And you can take this, you can export it, and export it into a game. So then you can play a game inside this room.
With yourself.
Yeah, it would, yeah.
Software it's from Unity?
Yeah, so this is, all these games are made in Unity, especially the one I just made. I made it in 10 minutes. I have a podcast. So also, this is the next part. Would you guys all like to play with this?
Yes.
Right? Good. This Saturday,
I'll be there.
in 2 days. Jared will be there. He's already got his jacket on. He's on his way there right now. There's a Google Project Tango Hackathon. The wait list, oh wow, there's already 43 people.
Because all those kids just registered.
Yes, they will soon be off of the wait list. Anybody that registers today at nycvru.com and signs up for this hackathon will skip the wait list. Because I'm assuming everybody here from today is Staten Island, College of Staten Island, and if they're not, if 2 or 3 people get in, somehow, whatever. But anybody that registers today at nycvru.com and signs up for this Google Project Tango Hackathon gets to not only learn how to do this, half of the hackathon is me teaching you how to make these apps. The other half is you making them. I cannot tell you enough about how much you will regret missing this if you do. This is, well, think about it. Before today, you did not know that there existed a more powerful tablet than the iPad. If somebody asked you, what's the most powerful tablet known to me, you'd be like, oh, yeah, probably the iPad, something. There is a thing called Microsoft HoloLens. It's going to come out in about a year. This technology is not just similar, it's exactly the same technology that they will sell you in a year as if it's brand new. If you look at the back of this tablet, bring it close to the camera, this looks like a Star Wars toy from the 80s. It is so old and worn out and sun damaged from me using it and holding it and playing with it for over a year that there's no way I could fake that this is brand new. That this just came out a year from now. This is old. It's not that old. It may be a year old, but still. This is technology they're gonna sell you for $3,000, I might add, as if it's something brand new. This technology you can play with, I would say tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow, which is figuratively means tomorrow. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow. 9 to 5 at the Staten Island Makerspace. Sign up today, you'll get off the wait list. You can win one of these. To have one of these in your pocket, I mean, you're the master of your domain.
So
the developer kit is something like $500. It's not that much. So if you really need one, you can still buy one. You could miss the hackathon, but you don't get to learn how to make stuff with them. And it's the community.
So we'll just have you back to teach us.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely. But
we could do a workshop.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, please. And let me invite
We
you
have space.
Yes. And there's more. There's a virtual reality summit. I'll be speaking at this. It's virtualrealitysummit.com. It's this Monday. So I'll be speaking at this. It's a free expo that is VR, 3D printing, and robotics.
Where?
At the Jacob campus. Yes.
When is this?
It is at.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait,
3 days they have conference.
Yes, on Monday.
Monday to Wednesday?
Yeah, no, Monday to Tuesday.
Monday to Tuesday.
But I'll be speaking at that. I'll be speaking on the first day with Tony Parisi, who's literally the inventor of VR. He wrote the O'Reilly. You guys are familiar with the O'Reilly books?
Yeah.
He wrote the O'Reilly book on VR. And I'll be on a panel, so it's gonna be my pleasure. It was my pleasure to talk to all you guys today. And thank you. Please sign up for NYC and keep teaching, keep bringing this to the students. This is you guys are the future, and it would be my pleasure to help you, catch up on this stuff because this is happening now.
So Lex, let's say in the fall, all of us decide to bring it to high school. Any recommendations on what we should have initially? Like I know it's falling Unity on the computers.
Mm-hmm.
But is there anything? Should we go out and buy an Oculus? Should we go?
No, don't buy anything to buy. No.
So you give us the minimum where I can literally take this from, and just to let you know, I always preface this also. Whenever we work with high school / middle school, what we normally do as adults in a 3-hour workshop or a week could almost literally be could potentially be a year because there's so much to do because we have a 40-minute or 45-minute. So there's so much. So what would be minimum? Just Unity itself, the software. Is there anything we should look into as the year progresses, or
take a look? Well, the best thing is to look. I follow a guide. I'm not, I didn't just come up with this myself. I learned from the best. I recommend you all learn not from me, but from the actual best. I'm not the best. What I do is I go to Unity 3D, right? In here, this learn. Oh, I've already talked about it. This survival shooter tutorial. If you can get through this with them, if you just, if in high schools, when I was in high school, I would love when somebody put on a movie. If you're sitting there talking, if you could just shut off the lights and play a movie, I'm like, oh, this could be great. You show them just the first one. And this is a panel of 3 guys. I'm pretty sure 2 of them are my friends. I'm not sure who the third one is.
This is a top-down kind of isometric style shooter game. You are a boy who is having a dream that all of his toys have come to life. You run around, you shoot these kind of zombie teddies and other things, score points, and eventually meet your demise. So that's what we're going to make. We're going to be learning all kinds of various different things in the editor, from putting together a scene, implementing animated characters, AI, a bit of the new UI, and yeah, all kinds of different stuff.
It's a very uplifting game. You can't win, you can only eventually lose.
Yeah.
So,
eventually they can't
very
up
first thing.
It's like a nightmare rather than a dream.
Well, it is. It's a very nice. But the beauty of this is not only do they show you how to make the game, they give you all the assets, every model, every little piece of this game, they give to you for free. People have already taken those assets, just published them on the store for $3 an app, and they encourage it. They're like, "This is for you." If you go through that, just go through the first chapter. It might be maybe you have to do it yourself once and kind of break it down for them. But one thing I also recommend.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Are any of them? And I'm just throwing it out there. A lot of teachers, a lot of them are here. They can confirm or not confirm. But sometimes if there's an opportunity where you can get a live person like yourself somewhere to look at something like this, so like that'd probably be one of them too, where we could. Are people like this located like in the U.S. and maybe the East, even as close as New York?
Yes.
Yourself, because maybe if we speak with them, maybe we could do something like Susan said. Maybe hold something here and invite. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
And it's a continual thing. Like I was just telling you, Jackie, about playcrafting. They hold it at Microsoft.
Yes.
And they have their 8 weeks, and they just finished the 8 week up, and they're going to do another 8 week on Unity. So, and I don't know if there's a cost to that. I just don't know.
There's a huge cost to that.
Yeah.
It's like $3,000.
Right. So, and I'm not concerned too much about the cost because, I'll try to find the funds. But if it's something like that, then I don't mind staying in touch with you to find out about doing something like that. Because it's like, this is great, but sometimes, and I'm one of them, I'd like to have a real person in front of me sometimes.
Yes, and that is beautiful because that's how I learned. And that's how everybody should learn. And Unity actually has a budget for this. They have a whole department. The director of that department, his name is Carl Collerberg. He runs North America evangelism. So not just US, but also Canada, Mexico, and I think Latin America too. He'll be here. I invited him to New York. He accepted after like thousands of invitations of like ignoring emails or whatever. Finally, and in New York, the whole thing is, we're at a disadvantage here. Because all of my friends that are exceptional programmers, every single one of them has moved to the East Coast, I mean to the West Coast. Why? Because first of all, their talents are more valuable there. The weather's better. There's lots of reasons, right? There's a lot of reasons. They're all very happy there. What happens now is that our developer community, our clout in the world of development is shrinking. People come to New York to work on Wall Street, and they go to Cali to work on games or VR or electronics, whatever. What my goal is to make that change. I want to make New York such a big scene for VR and Unity and game development that they have no choice but to not ignore us. Right now, we're ignored. They will never do a Unity conference in New York. It's probably very expensive, you know, and that's part of New York, but also because we're not on the map. Just that simple. We're not on the map. Even Boston is barely on the map. You know, you're not. And the only way we're going to change that is by doing things like this, by coming together, bringing students together, having classes, doing these initiatives, and most importantly, coming to doing the hackathons. So the hackathons are ways where we can show how many games we actually published, what we actually did, and it's more concentrated. You know, like most classes, you get out of class and you go home. You know, like this is a whole day where you don't have any classes that are 9 to 5, that are all 9 to 5. This is that. This is the hackathon is a 9 to 5 class where at the end of it, everybody here will leave with a game, with an app.
Like Seth said, like actually having a human being and doing that with our teachers, with our students is what will push it forward.
Sure.
And having the actual, you know,
just Saturday.
Yeah.
We were at Speaker Speech yesterday, he said, and the kids were asking, it's like, go on Meetup, go look for this and sign up, and I won't be surprised if they already signed in because DB told us from the Makerspace they're going to be here, so sign up.
Yeah, and it's I mean, everything comes down to the opportunities you take, the opportunities you didn't take, right? So there's always going to be presented opportunities, maybe go to this college, go to that college, you know, anything. Talk to this person, not talk to this person. It's up to you not to take those. You could say, no, I'm going to sit home. I'm going to sit this one out. But if you do, somebody else will. And then the next person that takes that opportunity will move forward in their career and their development and their life and their future. This is the future. This isn't just learning the next Java or the next whatever. This is the way the future will communicate. This is the way that your children will communicate. This is how backpacks won't be full. Backpacks were full of books since the printing press. This is the last year, the last 5 years where that's going to be the case. No longer are the kids have backpacks full of books. Like, this is all going to change, every single thing. Like, it's no longer just a slightly rounder wheel. This is a hoverboard all of a sudden. You're talking about a whole different ballgame. So now that I did invite Carl Collerworth and team, they are doing this thing called the Unity Roadshow. This is worth $1 million, if I could say it any other way. It's worth $1 million. This is the type of training that they do for corporate clients. This is the actual human that steps up. It's not only any human, it's the lead of the entire evangelism organization. And he's going to bring a team. Their food is exceptional. They have great catering. But this 5 hours that you'll spend there will change your life forever. It's changed mine. And it's, you walk out of there, what I showed you was just an amateur demonstration of what they're going to show you. If you're impressed with this physics in this car and stuff like that, which you should be, I mean, how would you not be? 10 seconds, and you have physics, cars, moving, driving, skidding. you take this roadshow and you attend that, and you will never look back. You will never be the same person again. You will never see. You will never teach the same way. You will be so bitten by this Unity bug because it is absolutely the future. Once you see the ease, the intuitiveness really of what it is, the intuitiveness of VR, of how development should be, you will change. You know, that's the whole point of it. Like, why are we here? If we want to stay the same, we just go home. You know, if we want to have an epiphany, an actual epiphany, go to this roadshow. It's part of this most epic weekend in VR history that I'm putting on. It's the end of April, the last weekend in April. There'll be a bunch of events. One of the events is the Unity certification. So especially for you guys. Yes. This is the first time they've ever done this. They've announced this just a month ago. Unity certification, just like the Cisco certification, just like Microsoft certification.
I was just saying, it's CTE.
Yeah, exactly. And what does CTE do for you, right? Why would you even take such a thing? Because the minute you take it, the minute you pass that thing, you're in a different world. You're in a different playing field. You have separated yourself from the competition. You have qualified yourself for certain roles that nobody else is qualified for.
How much is that right now?
This is $250, which compared to CTE, which is like significantly more.
I'm talking about CTE for us, like for example, for a kid getting a Cisco certification,
yes,
or A+ certification, things like that. What is it, 100? Something like that.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, it is a new certification. So like just like that, when you have certificates, you have training courses geared towards a specific goal. This is the new goal for that, and this is the beginning. So they have this is regular certification. They will eventually have professional programmer, professional artist, and expert. So you don't have to be a programmer. You could just be an artist and be very good at this. Yes, and for education, this is they have a curriculum. So they have a certification, and they have actually a curriculum that they give you, page by page. And yeah, I've already contacted them for the makerspace. But yeah, if you guys contact them, get them to notice you. Tell them what you're running here, and show them how many students could be using Unity.
No, I mean, I'm just thinking that too. Like, what's great would be that I can literally see middle school kids.
I was going with elementary too.
I think when you get to the fine motor skills, I can see a 5th and 6th grader.
What did I just do? I just dragged and dropped.
Motor skills, because
yeah, exactly.
To that part, so as long as the student has, you know, those 5 motor skills, I can see 5th, 6th graders, you know.
And that's the start. So you start with that. You start with, okay, you have the 5 motor skills. You can use a keyboard, you can use a mouse, you can drag and drop.
Yeah,
basically, once you teach them how to drag and drop, the rest is just that.
It's even the mathematical concepts as far as like cube, cylinder, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, but even that.
Yeah, what happens if you drop a cylinder on the car as opposed to the cube on the car, right? Let's crash things onto the car.
Yeah, look.
Well, so I can see like what you did, Lex. Like, you know, you designed that first, and then as an elementary class, I can see where the 4th grade teachers like, okay, now look at this. Now look at, and they'll show what is this? Oh, the gravity. I was not thinking, you know, like I could see. And then maybe when it gets to middle school, where yeah, no, I mean, I heard about it, just never seen that in action.
Yeah, and it's just that. And right now, you're talking about the curriculum for you know, this exact moment in time. In the future, this is going to be how you're teaching.
Do that.
This is all you
have to build a fantastic contraption.
This is how you're going to be making it. And the most basic motor skills will work.
How much is an Oculus right now?
This is a Vive. This is the HTC Vive. This is $700 for pre-order, and then the system itself will cost somewhere around $1,000. You have to get a special graphics card, a high-end gaming system, essentially.
So that's talking about moving forward later to see, after our kids are really getting comfortable, now that's really, I can see that I'm holding off on that.
Yeah, and I'll show you how to make cardboard. For this, just regular this in your phone. Everybody has a phone.
The Google cardboard stuff.
Exactly.
We use it in my
You make your own cardboard.
Yeah, no, that's just,
Yeah, they're expensive, but they're very inexpensive. Yeah, they're not that bad.
Yeah.
Google, yeah, $5 a shot.
You
Google
basically
Cardboard
take-
tab.
Yeah, but don't I
Yeah, they
need,
have a whole bunch of them.
don't I need a Samsung phone or?
You need a phone, but who doesn't have a phone?
No, can I use it on my iPhone?
100%. You have an internet connection?
Just I'm on the data plan.
Yeah, or just it's not going to be a big download.
Should I take off the case?
No, you don't have to. Download. It's called on your app store. It's called Google Cardboard. It's gonna blow your mind. Right? It's literally gonna. I have a daughter, and she's very young, and I couldn't explain to her what it's like to live on Earth. Like she knows that she lives in a house. She knows she lives on a street. But to explain to her that she lives on this little blue ball. I was like, so it's like this, and it's big. And she was like, she was looking at me like, I don't understand what you're saying. Because it's to explain that to a child without having all the rest of the descriptive words that we use, like, oh, you fly out of space and all this. Now she didn't know what space was. She didn't know that stuff is. She knows that she lives in a house, and when I try to explain to her that she lives on a planet, the house is on a planet, and it's all a big giant planet. She's like, I don't know. But on this Google Cardboard app, which is free, you download this thing. It has maybe 10 apps in it. You navigate these apps with your head. It's called gaze control. It's the most intuitive control. So when you talk about any controller, from the beginning of time, where you play Super Mario Brothers, and I give somebody a Super Mario Brothers controller, what do? I say, this is the button A for jump. This is left and right, right? If I were to have it, a kid that was a Spanish,
It's already moving.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Look, Jack.
So this is.
It's just.
I have
Yeah.
one, yes,
Oh.
I have.
So this is.
So I'm the only nerd that's not really a nerd. No, I didn't get.
In your daily templates.
No.
Very fun. I got it very fun.
Really?
It came free like much yeah.
What? Jersey.
I love this.
So this is going to ask you for the two QR code. Get that. So
Am I the only one that doesn't know this? I'm the only rookie that. I know you teach it, but you didn't teach that to school, right? No?
Unity.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a look at this. Put this on your face. This is the IPD system. Everybody has a different.
So what is this?
This is called Go4D. This is a type of hardware. What happened was our modern VR history started out with Oculus. Oculus came out with this gear, this VR gear. It cost about $800 when it first came out. That same year, Google was like, "Oh yeah, you guys are gonna make this for $800? We're gonna make something for free and give it out to everybody." And that's exactly what they did. So they made VR equipment out of hardware, put these two lenses on it, and they said that all of the technology you need is already in your phone. Your phone has all of this capability. So you take this cardboard, usually it's actual cardboard that you put.
See it, right? Yeah.
And then for that, you once you have that, you can look at this.
Did you do anything? That was just you just turn on the app.
This is just turn on the regular app. I have my own apps for this, but yeah, look around, use your head. And the whole difference is back in the day you would tell somebody.
How much is that? Look, I did this because I thought I was going to take a picture.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
And so what it used to be for thousands of years, you would say to somebody, this is how you control it. This is the instruction. With this, all of it is gaze based. It's the most intuitive. The control that babies use when they use their head.
So
it's human hands.
So there's how many apps in that? That's 10.
There should be 10 apps in there. Yeah, one of them is to fly. You fly, you tap a screen, and you fly to your house. You look up, you tap a screen, you fly back into space. And you fly back, and and it's just, there's, I have tons of apps on there. Yeah, it's part of Google Maps. It's a Google Maps app in there, in the Google Cardboard. It's in there.
Also, it goes to your actual house.
You aim it. If you
Yeah,
can see where your head goes.
like
If
if you
you
look at Google.
yeah, it is Google.
What we did with the earth science class was, our teacher did she made the cardboard things with the kids. And then she said, okay, we're gonna learn about the topography of Staten Island. And she literally flew them from the school to their house, and she made sure they went over to a hill, they went over.
Anybody use Nearpod? I know you do it tech, but Nearpod has a whole VR component to it now. Oh, yeah. So we ordered Alex, what was your company VR?
My company makes VR. I work with a lot of major brands like Hearst, Public Mechanics, and Public Science, a bunch of big defense organizations. Top brands to make VR, AR.
So like for commercials?
Commercials, yeah. I have a bunch.
Want to come in and work?
Yeah, it would be a bunch of Make money. So
Yeah, you can get arrested for that, you know.
So this is I'm gonna just demonstrate it after you. I'll demonstrate some AR. A lot of what I do right now is augmented reality. So VR is when you put stuff on your head and you're immersed in the world. AR is it takes your regular world, your world that you live in, and it modifies it without using anything. So it essentially takes your camera. Same way that I blew up the screen with the Tango, that is AR at its simplest.
Use Erasmus. Use Erasmus. Erasmus Studio, the AR.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it's idiot proof.
That's awesome, yeah.
An idiot, but yeah, no, I'm using that with my college students.
That's
Trying
very
to
cool.
teach them how to teach little kids how to use augmented reality
Uh-huh.
in elementary level.
Oh,
It's kind of very basic.
That's incredible. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, so it's ever growing.
See, like, I'm not so impressed by augmented reality, I'm sort of more immersed in it, but it's a good marriage.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's amazing. Like kids love to be amazed. Everybody loves to be amazed. So this isn't a Trump act. It doesn't matter like where your political leanings are. But it was a contract, so it was for money. And this is Donald Trump augmented reality. It works on all U.S. currency, all his signage, and it works on $100 bills even better, I guess. So what you do is you take the bill, put your phone to it.
Oh, that's cool.
Sit down with this stuff. I have something else for you. And it pauses if you lose tracking.
Yeah, you can literally look at it. It takes them about 2 days.
Yeah, please. I have more for you.
But this is a fancy Google call.
No, it's the same. It's
It literally, if you Google cardboard.
Well, I see it.
It takes about 2 class periods, about 80-something minutes to put together.
Oh.
And the kids love putting it together because they're doing it.
Those are free.
Yeah, $5.
Oh, they're $5.
Yeah, $5.
Yeah,
there you go.
for the most part, this is online.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, it's dropping.
I actually have give me a quote. I work with Fisher Cardboard for the largest manufacturers of cardboard. So if you guys ever need stuff, I mean, I know before, and I could, we make cardboards for one service. Yes, please.
Oh, yes.
It's not only
This is only the actual paper.
You do some
Your world. Nothing in your world. Nothing in your world is.
Nothing at all.
Except for this. This is the other.
So you take this, like, everybody has, you give a business card at a conference, you get tons of business cards, you get stacks in, and you're like, oh, whatever. So this is the idea, it's like, why have a business card? The worst case, you see a business card and you walk out, it's like on the floor. So watch this, you have a regular business card, right? Watch this. That's in your hand, so you hold that in your hand.
No,
Read a real book.
I'm like a 4.
I mean, they're child at heart. And if you ever throw this card out, you know, and on top of that, yeah, and it's a free app. So you download VRVU, Rare Recognition, it's the name of the card. And not only is the card in your pocket, but now this app is on your home screen. And what's more valuable? You know, imagine a card in somebody's pocket. Okay, it's just a stack of other cards, whatever. Like that might get off 10% chance on your call. If it's on your home screen, okay, and that's right. You no longer have paper box. You no longer have this card from doctors. Somebody can give this card. Same person, same thing. You know, and I actually got so nothing limited to your imagination. So if you could imagine it, doesn't take as long.
They're fresh, they
I really take years of someone gonna have, you know what?
And actually, I would love to have you guys, you all, because I have a couple of kids in my program class who like, that's what they want to be, video game designers.
No, I'm about to see some fruit, some cheese, and some like protein.
So, that was really my question. What do you think with the age of some of the events that you're spending most of my health?
Yeah, my kids are VR professionals. My daughter, well, VR is one of her first words. She goes, Daddy, VR. She knows I'm in my office. She's like, Daddy, VR. And I made like horse games for her and all games that are, fun. Like, she can ride a horse without having to buy one to clean up after.
Is that a birdhouse? Is your logo?
Is it birdhouse?
It's a blue little.
Oh, no, that's not the
No.
VRV.
Oh, this is VRBO.
Yeah.
It's trying to correct it for me.
Oh, you just passed it.
VRBO.
Maybe you can hire some of our students.
That's the idea. So yeah, the CSI Tech Incubator will probably be on my offices. Will be in the next.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Awesome.
The next time, yeah. So I'm hiring directly.
Susan and I want to advise you.
Beautiful. Fantastic. So it's I'd like to hire. You don't
I
need
know
to-
Unity.
Yeah, you don't need to. I'll teach that for you. So it'll be a pleasure.
Correct.
And it actually works also on the website. So if you point the app at the website, it will do the same.
Are you have any coding experience?
Of course. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what.
Yeah, well, this is very much like the Men in Black, how they're like the voice in your pocket. And why not? I have a regular business card, right? If your students who graduate with a business card like this,
You know what I'm doing?
We doing your business?
I'm forgetting LS3 right now. I'm like, okay, I'm scratching it all. I want
No, that's
to
something different,
Scratch.
So, because of time, I didn't see the time wrong.
Yep. Oh, you didn't see the time?
So, I know everybody missed it, but too bad. Sorry about that. We'll talk to you later.